Hi, welcome to Play by Play. I'm Sean Bouchard. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. I am starting a new game. This is Heroine's Quest. Heroine's Quest is a free-to-play, actually, like, absolutely freeware game that's on Steam. So if you're on Steam, no excuse not to go pick it up. Also, I think you can go to the Crystal Shard website and just download it from there. Crystal Shard is the developer. It's not a developer that I know, but I think that Heroine's Quest is sort of an attempt to get their name out, so that people will be familiar with them to draw attention to their other projects. It reminds me a little bit of a studio called AGDI, I think, that did a number of sort of up-resed remakes of Quest for Glory games a decade ago, like several years ago. Most famously, I think, Quest for Glory 2, and also maybe some King's Quest. That then they released for free. It harkens back to an era when, people would make games and just release them, which is awesome, but also, difficult to sustain. And as games have gotten more expensive and indie games have gotten more popular, I think that has become less and less common. But I have to admit, it was surprising to me to find a game on Steam that was not just free to play. I don't think there are in-game purchases or anything like that in this game. I think it's just, here's a game that Crystal Shard released. So I am super excited about this game because it is an homage to Quest for Glory, and specifically, I think the original VGA Quest for Glory, which was called Quest for Glory. The original Quest for Glory was called Hero's Quest, a name which is actually trademarked, and so they had to rename the game. Which they did when they updated the graphics from EGA to VGA. So that's the game that I grew up with, was the VGA version of Quest for Glory. This is very much in the same style, and already just the font choice, obviously the name, the sort of character art, this 4-frame animation thing we've got going on here. This is very reminiscent of Hi Shiro's Tale. Come on, hey, can you get down, dude? No, that's just an ice pack because it's hot. Yeah, anyway, I'm excited about this game. I'm gonna play this game. I think that I know some things about how the overall system works, because Quest for Glory is my favorite childhood game. That is the game that I grew up playing. So I definitely have some expectations about Heroine's Quest, but I don't actually know anything about the game itself. I don't know the plot. I don't know any specific mechanics that are introduced here. So this is great. I was really wary about playing Quest for Glory on this stream because I know it too well. It's not fun to play anymore. It's fun for me just for nostalgic purposes, but it would be hard for me to play it with a purpose. But this, I think, is going to be really interesting. So I'm going to start a new game. First thing that I need to name my heroine. Hey, Shiro, babe. I think Shiro wants to be in the game. And I'm going to use the tutorial. So, we'll see how the tutorial is. Actually, I'm really interested. I heard that the game has a pretty good tutorial. We'll see. Heroine's Quest offers 3 different classes for varying gameplay styles. The class you select affects the solution to many of the puzzles, as well as which side quests are available to you throughout the plot. This is the core differentiating sort of feature of the Quest for Glory games, especially when compared to King's Quest, which was the other Sierra property, or I don't know what the competitor in the RPG space would have been at that time, like 1982, 4, something like that. It's an adventure game RPG hybrid, and part of how that works is you begin the game by choosing a class. I did a straw poll to get input on this class, and the winner was Sorceress, was magic user. I'm excited about that. I think magic is going to be an interesting sort of additional system that we can play around with. Sorceress might involve a little bit more grinding than some of the other classes, especially Warrior. I think Warrior is the like very straightforward, you just like hit things. And actually Rogue might be the least grindy class because you just run away from everything. Sorcerers, we're gonna have to like get good at using magic, but I'm down with that if everybody else is. So Sorceress wields powerful magic and uses that and her natural intelligence to find an indirect path past obstacles. Do you accept this class? I do. So the way that these games tend to work is that every puzzle, what we would consider in like a King's Quest game to be a puzzle, in general has 3 different solutions. The 3 different solutions are geared toward the 3 different classes, but often there's overlap in terms of what you can actually do, and that overlap is often governed by your stats. So the screen's allowed 50 training points, however mass over any stat, 5 points. To remove 5 points, press the minus. Bringing it from 0 to 5 costs 25 training points. Okay. So, for example, I have a strength stat, even though my main stat is probably magic. So my magic is higher than strength. But my strength will increase by doing strength-related things in the game, and I have the ability, if I want to grind strength. And then when I encounter a puzzle, oftentimes there will be a magic-specific solution to that puzzle. But if I can't figure out what the magic-specific solution to the puzzle is, I can use a strength-based solution to the puzzle a lot of time. I can use the warrior's solution if that's more obvious to me, if I have the stats for it, or whatever the case is. And so there's this whole thing where like it's harder to get stuck, because like an RPG, you can kind of always grind it out. In like a Final Fantasy game, in the early Final Fantasy games at least, which is the only thing I have any experience with, you would get to a point where the enemies were really difficult and you would just grind experience until you were good enough to compete at that level. You can kind of do that in this game too if you come to a puzzle that you can't solve in a natural way. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now because I'm excited and I'm talking a lot. I have no fast talk. I have no climbing. Climbing I might not need. I could believe that there's a spell for that. Animal Ken, maybe too. Fast talk seems useful. So does stealth. I probably don't need thievery. So the original Quest for Glory, the way that I would tend to approach it would be to start as a character, try to get an initial sort of stat in everything in as many things as possible, and then grind them up so that I could do everything in the game. That's not going to be my approach. I'm gonna maybe take fast talk because I like talking. But I am going to put more points in magic. Maybe I should actually look at these. Create stories and excuses at need, as well as bargain in stores. Forage, brew your own potions. Essential skill for sorceress. Weapon use, strength, endurance, agility, willpower. I don't know. I like fast talk. but I can't put enough points in it to actually... you know what, I'm gonna do it anyway. Sorry, guys. I really should just be, like, maxing out everything. I want herbalism. Willpower is gonna be useful, but so is agility. We're gonna go with this. I feel good about this. Alright, Midgard. As Odin, spelled funny, watches from above, a lone traveler braves the cold, following her calling. Oh, God, I'm getting chills. I'm so nostalgic about this game, guys. I'm so excited! Okay. I'm getting that it's cold. That was quite a jump. That was a very Quest for Glory style jump, honestly. That kind of like custom animation that doesn't fit exactly right with the scenery. Like it doesn't there's a word for that. Slide. It's got some slide to it. Oh, there's a goblin. Good to know. Oh, you guys can't see the names. I'm gonna call that okay for now, just because I don't want to futz with the camera anymore. I will tell you that a number of people worked on this game, and their names are probably available on their website if you want to look them up. Oh shit! Avalanche. Did I just die in the opening cutscene? Two-headed ogre. Looks scary. I don't have a mouse. No. Do I start this game by dying?
Master!
We have returned.
Very good. Have you done as I asked? The stranger will be dead by now.
We knocked her out cold.
And then we left her for the dawn.
To turn to stone in the daylight.
Ha!
No, yeah. You did what?
Trolls are not very smart.
We did a fine job.
Are you not pleased, Master?
Insufferable fools! Do you
Screen
realize that
shake
humans
effect.
do not turn to
Fantastic.
stone in daylight?
I told you humans do not turn to stone.
This was your idea.
It was not. You said it first.
You are such a liar.
How dare you call
Such
me
a
that?
liar.
A liar, and bad of hearing, too.
Shut up!
Vivaldi,
Excellent.
Yes, Master.
At your service, Master.
it is imperative that we obtain the eyes. You know who your other targets are?
The big man.
So,
And the small man.
big
Precisely.
man and the small man.
Do not botch this, Vivaldi. I shall be most displeased if you should fail.
As you say, Master.
We shall not disappoint you.
Now go! Go!
Well, you guys like this better?
Quickly!
Let's try that. Whoops. Chapter 1, Traveler. So that all of that dialogue, the system for dialogue, all of that UI, those like, you know, character faces that animate a little bit.
You are awake.
This is all
More or less.
utterly Quest for Glory
My
in
head
a
feels like it was
wonderful
struck by
way.
a thunderbolt. At least you are warm. My husband found you outside in the snow. This is not a good winter for traveling.
So it would appear.
Voice acting, you know.
Thank you for taking me here. I am in your debt.
No need for that.
Then please tell me your name.
Hervor. I run the Adventurers Guild here in Fornsigtuna. I live here
Fornsigtuna.
with my husband Roland and our son Jaime.
I'm not going to remember any of these names. I don't have enough Nordic in me. So one thing that I do want to say is that this game has 100 times the introduction that Quest for Glory had, which I think is to its benefit. Like, this is maybe a little bit overwrought, like, or a little bit unwieldy. That was an awfully long, uninteractable cutscene at the beginning, and this dialogue is okay, but well, it's interesting that it drops us straight into dialogue is the first thing. I'm going to think about that. But if you saw on Mostly Walking when we started playing Quest for Glory, there is literally no introduction to that. There is, I think, a small text box that says, you know, you've come down from the mountains and you're going to be an adventurer, and here you go. So we've established like some villains, we've established like a place and people that we know. We're in the Adventurers Guild. Like, the first thing that you do in Quest for Glory is you go find the Adventurers Guild, but you have to find it, and it's not necessarily trivial to find. I mean, it's not hard, but it's not trivial. This like drops us right in the Adventurers Guild. I like that a lot. Okay, are you Guildmaster? What can you tell me? Who's your husband? Where in the forest did you find me? Is
Are
she
you the
Guildmaster?
Guildmaster?
No,
It's afternoon, so
merely
there's
the
some kind of a
caretaker.
time system.
Is
And
there
time, I
something
think,
you need of the guild?
is ticking by, even while I'm sitting here in conversation. That's interesting. Where
Where
did the
Guildmaster go?
He had to leave town. I know not why. I believe he traveled east.
Quest for Glory also had a time system that is interesting, but I don't think it progressed while you were in conversation. It might have even stopped while you were indoors. Maybe not. It just went by very slowly. Are there other
adventurers here?
None, save yourself.
What's with the feathers in her hair? Like, that's an interesting look.
Can you train me?
We shall see. Draw your weapon.
I don't really know who I am or what I'm all about. Ooh. Alright. Keyboard for combat. That's also very Quest for Glory. Default keys are shown on the left. You can redefine these on the in-game control panel. And it's not the number pad. That's fantastic. Herver will explain what the various keys do for defensive moves like dodging. Be sure to hold down the button or key to hold your defensive position longer. You can use the bottom button to escape combat. That's... escape? Enemies tend to give you an opening between their attacks. For best results, strike then. If you attack while an enemy is trying to hit you, you'll likely get hurt in the process and do less damage as a result. So this is sort of the system that we had to try to learn on the fly in Quest for Glory when, again, we played it on Mostly Walking. They explain it a little bit more here. Alright, so
Move
that's a
forward to
dodge.
strike.
That's a strike.
You have 2 attack maneuvers. Some work better against certain enemies.
I can use
Move
a spell.
diagonally away to dodge. Learn when to dodge left and when right. Move down to duck. This is safe but tiring for you.
So these are these
You may learn special maneuvers later.
Okay. These stats aren't labeled, although I assume
Do
that
not
I will
forget that you can
learn
run
to
away from
associate
most
their colors with stats. This is probably health and mana and stamina, if I were to guess. So if I do a duck, then it uses up my stamina.
Move forward to strike. You have 2 attack maneuvers.
Okay.
Some work better against
That is enough training for now.
So
as you wish.
I got a score. I got a point for doing that, right? I have this sort of like ethereal score that is out of something theoretically. But more importantly, I got a point to my agility for doing that, for maybe for all of the ducking that I did. Set combat difficulty in the control panel, which opens when you press escape. Lowest difficulty prevents death from starvation and frostbite. Reduces encounter rate. Highest difficulty increases these. So I got to worry about death, starvation, and frostbite.
Where in the forest did you find me?
My husband is the one who found you. You should ask him.
I can ask him.
Who
is he?
your husband?
His name is Voland. He is the city smith and father to our son, Jaime.
Cool. Good for you
I
guys.
bid you farewell.
You must be hungry.
By the gods, I feel like I haven't eaten in days.
You likely have not. I would extend hospitality to you, but we have little food to spare. It is a harsh winter, and we have our son to feed.
Fair enough.
I understand. I do not mean to impose on you.
You should find food soon, lest you starve.
I don't want to
I
starve.
had a bag of supplies with me, but it appears to be missing.
I do not know. I am sure you could hunt or find something edible in the woods. You are welcome to stay here at the guild house.
Sweet.
Yes, I shall do that. Thank you for your help.
So this menu, this is also the King's Quest menu, but this was a staple of Quest for Glory. I have a magic dark spell. I think that's what I cast in combat, but I can also cast it out of combat. And casting it, casting it enough will level it up for me. So, that's the way that I could grind my experience with that spell, for example. What is going on here? I'm pressing F1 for help, but it's not giving me any help. I can examine items. I have some coins. And I have my trusty staff. It weighs 6 mercure, which I guess is a unit of weight. Leather armor. My entire equipment weighs 31, and my maximum load is 40. I'd have to up my strength. You see your notepad. Oh, this is the chest. I see. This is chest UI, and this freezing thing must be my inventory. I don't know why this notepad. Now, can I open up inventory and look at this? Heroic notepad. Click on any line to edit. Oh. And I see. I can't use enter. Sweet. So I have an in-game notepad to take notes on to help me solve puzzles. It's not very heroic to take somebody else's trophy from the guild house. Besides, you'd think one of the apples of Idun would be much more useful to you than a mere seed. I guess I was supposed to look at that.
Lithrazir brought this here before the Holt became frozen. It was slain by the last
shiny.
guildmaster.
I guess it's just sort of diegetically shiny. Sorry, I should read those things aloud. Elegant painting hangs next to the quest board. Appears to depict a farmhouse in a wintry environment. Okay, so 2 things that I know I'm going to want to do. What is this? Empty board adorns the wall. Apparently someone has reserved for the head of some unknown animal. I'm going to want to sign this quest book, because that's a Quest for Glory staple. Adventurer's Logbook, score +1, and I'm going to want to look at the adventuring board. Courier sought to deliver a letter. Please inquire at Slipner's Tavern. Lithrazir. Oh god, I am going to struggle with these names, guys. I apologize in advance. I'm getting points just for reading these. The mystic Arvindel seeks mystic herbs of mystical power for use in ritual mysticism, and shall pay in true magic for this herb if a viable specimen of the mystic herb is found. I'm just looking. So mystic herbs. That's totally going to be a sorceress quest for me. Jarl Ilfing, third of that name. Good. I'm glad it's being passed on. Promised to a reward of 500 silver to the one who can end the Fimbulwinter that plagues our land. The assistance of a brave hero is requested to repel the invasion of dastardly goblins. Direct your inquiries to King Vortigern in the realm of... Oh my god, there's so many kings and realms. I am not going to keep track of them. But basically, I'm looking for magic herbs, and there's some monsters and things going on, right? Brave hero, talk to kings, end the winter, deliver a letter. That sounds easy, actually. Let me go to the tavern. Slipner, isn't Slipner the... isn't that like a snake or something? It's a bad thing, right? Isn't that some sort of like ancient divine enemy? Or am I crazy? You peer inside the closet, find nothing that would be of use to you. If you're looking for the door out of here, that would be in the bottom middle of the room. Thank you! Oh shit. Oh, I need to not click outside of the window. That's gonna be a problem. I can already tell. Oh, Loki's many-legged horse. That's right. That is 100% right. You feel like you haven't eaten in several days. You best take care of that before you starve. Herver suggested finding something edible in the woods. Sounds like a good idea. Unfortunately, you lost your pack of supplies. Nobody took it. Perhaps it's still where you left it. That's what I was thinking. Icon in the top left corner will appear when you're hungry, freezing, or under some other condition. Click on it for information. It's this thing. Oh, it says that I'm hungry. Got it. If the condition affects your stamina, then the stamina bar will be displayed beside it. You will hurt yourself if you run out and can recover it by resting. First challenge in Heroine's quest is learning to survive in the harsh environment. However, you can disable cold and hunger by using the control panel.
Hello. You must be the new traveler. My name is Jaime. Mother
Hi,
and I
Jaime.
took care of you when Father dragged you out of the snow. Are you better now? You were really cold when you came in.
I am well enough, thanks to your help.
God, I love these portraits. It's so Quest for Glory. What brave warrior? Oh, yeah. This is... I thought this was a dialogue box, not like a conversation dialogue box. What is this town like?
Fornsictuna like?
It is the
Fornsictuna.
best city in the world. The strong walls here can stand against any troll. Well, you and I can climb over it, but trolls are too dumb for
I
that.
can't climb over it. I don't have any
Ruled by a
climb.
good jarl, and my father is his smith and supplier. Is that not great? What city could be better?
Seems pretty good. What
And
about
what
your
about
mom?
your mother?
Did she
My
just
mother
hang
takes
out
care
in
of
the
Adventurers
Adventurers Guild?
She does not talk a lot, but she is really strong too.
Huh.
Can you tell me of your father?
My father is the best smith in Midgard. He works for Jarl Ilfwing and makes weapons for his soldiers.
Jarl
He is real
Ilfwing.
strong too, and he teaches me to use the sword.
Okay, let's go back.
Let us speak of
Where'd
the
you find me?
woodlands.
Do I have to talk to your
There's
dad?
a forest around Fornsictuna. It is full of wolves and trolls, so Mother says I must not go too far from the city wall. There's lots of
Probably
trees, of
smart.
course, but there may be another village somewhere. There could even be Jabberwocks in the
Ooh,
woods.
Jabberwocks. That sounds fun. What is a
So
Jabberwock?
What is a Jabberwock?
I have not seen that creature, but Mother told me it has jaws that bite and claws that catch. And it has a bird that goes jub-jub. It is so frumious, you know, and you must be very brilliant to catch it in the Boragos.
That was really good, but I feel like they milked it a little bit too hard. Trolls?
Are the trolls dangerous?
Trolls seem dangerous.
Trolls are big and strong, and they are very stupid. I am not afraid of trolls. When I grow up, I will go into the forest with my sword, and they shall call me Troll Slayer. Since you are a heroine, I'm sure you can slay trolls already. I hope you will make our forest safe again for all of us.
How do they know me as a heroine?
Is that a wooden sword?
Yes, I have a real sword. I call it Blood Gang. My father has
Blood
made a very
Gang,
magical
huh?
sword and put it in a tree. I think it is for me when I am strong enough. But I need to train first.
That sounds like a warrior quest that I'm probably not gonna do.
Can you
How do I
tell
find
me where
food?
to find food?
Food is important to
Most
me.
people go into the forest when they need food. There are animals you can kill and eat, like a boar. And there are also roots and plants to eat, but I like the meat better.
Okay.
Good luck with your training.
Come back soon and tell me about your ventures.
Dialogue options turn gray once you've spoken about them once. If a character tells you to ask again in another location, like inside the store, then the option remains white until you do so. Interesting. Character reactions may depend on who else is in the room. For instance, asking about Voland may give a different result if Voland is present. Cases where this lets you miss important information, dialogue will remain white to remind you. Yeah, I didn't really need that, but that's thanks. I guess over-explaining is better than under-explaining. Okay, I want to find... Oh yes, look at that many-legged horse. Slipner, 8-legged gray horse that Odin rides? Really? Could be.
You must be the new traveler in town. Hervor has told me about you and your ordeal in the snow. It is good to see a new face and news from the rest of the world. And so I bid you welcome to the Sleipnir Tavern.
Sleipnir. Do you need a letter delivered?
Yes, I do. There are not many people traversing the forest in the Fimbulwinter, and some of us have gotten it into our heads that Munavagir is somehow our enemy.
Narvigir.
So, I would like you to find your way through all the evil snow, talk to the oh-so-scary humans in Munavagir, and
Yikes.
give this letter to the resident healer. Lip is his name.
Okay. Well, letter's not heavy, and I will probably go there, and I want to talk to the healer anyway, so meh. Okay, I'll come back and talk
Be careful
later.
out there. Yonvadir is dangerous, and the winter is cold.
Looks a few days old, still tasty, smells tempting. If I was a thief, maybe... Oh, God damn it! I just opened Word instead of walking out of the tavern. Don't you hate when that happens? Actually, I didn't notice it at first, but I'm gonna go back in. The giant cask that is dripping ale, right over here, is 100% a reference to the tavern in starting town Spielberg in Quest for Glory 1. I'm just gonna point out all of these like meaningless, subtle references to the games that I love. Let me see. Can I? This is my deal. I got magic dart. My endurance has gone up. My agility's gone up. Can I? Hey, check this out. I don't have the stealth option because I can't stealth, but I can run. Provision merchant. It's been closed for a while. Running around is probably going to increase my endurance even more. I don't want to go to... Oh, God damn it. This is going to drive me crazy. The fact that this window doesn't lock my, my mouse. Okay. I don't know where the dad is. I wanted to talk to... Hello?
It is good to see that you have made it to our city, which you are seeing now. The Jarl of the city will want to see you in the morning, inside the city. I will see you there.
Oh, this is the guy who uses the word mystic over and over again. He wants to see me in the morning inside the city? I can probably arrange that. Can I... Map of the area, equip a weapon, rest for an hour, sleep for the night. I don't have a map. This is my magic, and that's my inventory. This is the control panel. Let's do this. Alright, I'm going to save the game here. And I'm going to take a short break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to hunt for some food. That's going to be a thing. I wonder if the game is paused. Because, wait, hold on. I can tell that I'm cold, and that is affecting my endurance. Well, I guess we'll find out. I am going to take a short break. I'll be back in just a few minutes, and we'll go looking for some food. All right, so I'll see you then.